Establishing its position as the foremost province that connects cultures and people, Northern Samar offers something more to being at the crossroads of trade routes. Having played a major role in the Manila-Acapulco galleon trade during the Spanish colonial era, it continues to be an important junction in the Philippine travel network to this day. But just passing by is not enough. One has to stay to experience and discover its breathtaking wonders. Northern Samar's advantageous location at the top of Samar Island puts it on the San Bernardino Strait, the narrow body of water that separates Samar from Luzon. These waters also flow out to the Pacific Ocean, making it an important sea route. Roll-on, roll-off vessels ferry passengers and vehicles across the San Bernardino Strait to and from Matnog, Sorsogon in Luzon, and the town of Allen in northern Samar. Allen is the transit point of the inter-island ferry system in the Pan-Philippine Highway, making it a vital link for domestic travel and trade, as well as a gateway to Visayas and Mindanao from Luzon. Northern Samar has played this role for almost 4 centuries now. Seafarers and traders in the galleon trade that ran from 1565 to 1815 saw the importance of the locality as a jump-off and entry point to and from Mexico. The Royal Port of Palapag was established as a refuge for ships while waiting out bad weather. The coves and inlets on this coast by the Pacific Ocean make it an ideal stop for ships as they enter the Philippines. But of all the ports where the ships called, the island town of Capul is the most fascinating. Owing to the Pinoy's penchant for assigning shortened nicknames to people and places, the island was named by abridging the word Acapulco. But it was not always known as Capul. Before the Spanish arrived, it was called Abac, named after the king who once ruled the island.
This Capul Island was first inhabited by the followers of King Abac, who plundered in the island way back in the 13th century. They resisted Muslim religion. They decided to escape from Java because King Abac was once a king in one of the kingdoms of the island of Java.
The Spaniards arrived in the 16th century and established the island as an outpost for galleons traveling to and from Acapulco and Manila. It was an ideal station for rest and restocking of supplies, while waiting for the intense, opposing currents of the San Bernardino Strait to subside and bring the ships out to the Pacific. But Capul was not merely an outpost. On it was a thriving community that embraced change, yet remained rooted to their ancestries. As a testament to the significance of the small island, a church dedicated to San Ignacio de Loyola was built at the onset of colonial settlement. But constant Moro invasions burned down the first 2 structures of light material. In 1781, the present church with its adjoining bell tower and square fortress were erected and was dubbed Fuerza de Capul. The similar ramparts that held cannons in its corners characterized the walls that were reputedly patterned after Intramuros. The wall and the bell tower, with hidden peepholes for artillery, served well as a church fortress's defense system. 150 meters away, a watchtower was built on top of an outcrop overlooking the sea, where lookouts could warn the community of an impending attack with a blow of a bullhorn made of conch shells. The imposing structure served as a bastion of faith and a sentinel of the very passageway of the galleons, which served as the economy's lifeblood. Another legacy of the Spanish in Kapul is a 14.9-meter lighthouse that still sits on Titoog Point in the northern part of the island. Construction of the lighthouse began in 1893, and although disrupted by the Philippine Revolution, its beacon was finally lighted in December 1896. The Americans took over its eventual completion. It served as a guidepost for ships that were sailing through the treacherous waters of the San Bernardino Strait. The lighthouse overlooks rolling meadows sloping towards the waters. The view from the top is mesmerizing. Today, the ruins of its Victorian-style pavilion serve as a backdrop for picnics and other leisure activities. Kapul's allure rests on the intriguing local culture that has remained, yet also evolved through the centuries. Two dances that were performed by locals to entertain the galleon officers and crew have persisted to this day. Dos Amigos reflects the bonds of friendship forged between the Spaniards and the Filipinos of Kapul, while Estudiantina is a courtship dance. The Kapuleños maintain simple lives and earn their living through fishing, coconut farming, and other small-scale agriculture. Almost everybody knows everybody on the island, and their genuinely warm and welcoming character endears them to most visitors. Yet their most distinct cultural mark is the Inabaknon language, which has similarities to Bajau. Brought to the island by King Abak and his people, the language amazingly survived through centuries of Spanish, Visayan, and Bicolano influence. Songs written in Inabaknon are continuously taught to the young.
Pagkahalap-halap, si Baybay Kalsada, ipangagihan na si mga dangkanda, di mga sarit na si mga nanana, agpangandok kuno bago agpamasyada.
An Inabaknon Bible has also been published after years of research and translation. And with a law on enhanced basic education mandating the use of the mother tongue as the medium of instruction in the formative years, more literature may be produced and more children will master and perpetuate it. With the end of the once thriving galleon trade, Kapul's prominence also faded. But renewed interest in the island has risen. And that curiosity also spreads to the entire province as northern Samar sits on the crossroads of discovery.
Ang Northern Samar hindi pa masyadong kilala, no? Kung meron man nakakilala ng Northern Samar, when I say I'm from Samar, they say Leyte, di ba? So it's always like that. But now more and more medyo nakikilala na tayo. Maybe because yung social media, now it's everywhere. We are very glad na uso ngayon yung mga vloggers. Diba? Yun actually isa sa nakakatulong sa amin, the bloggers, no? They come here, they talk about it, and people are raving.
There really is a lot to rave about in the province. The staggering rock formations all over its coastline leave visitors stunned by their beauty. Geologic outcrops that rise from the sea can be seen in the towns of Allen, Lawang, and Palapag. But the most famous and most photographed are the rock formations in Biri. Weathered by forceful winds and waves, the stones take on different looks, depending on the light at various times of the day. Beaches dot the province's entire coastline, offering both relaxing and adventurous waters. The La Laguna Mangrove Forest in La Besares is a lush bird sanctuary, rich in biodiversity. Aside from those in Kapul, vestiges of our colonial past can also be seen around the province. Almost every town has an old church, houses, and other centuries-old structures, either in ruin or still in good state. Northern Samar's place in the history of galleon trade also gave the island a hero, whose bravery may have influenced the way the Samareños are seen today. Agustin Sumuroy was a native of Palapag, Northern Samar. He is said to have started one of the largest revolts against Spain in the 17th century. In 1649, Samareños defied a decree commanding all able-bodied men to build galleons in the shipyards of Cavite because it meant leaving their families behind. As a servant of the church close to the Spanish friar of their town, Sumuroy took on the unnerving task of assassinating their priest as an act of defiance.
Agustin Sumuroy did not listen to any of his pleadings, so immediately he stabbed the priest with a bamboo spear, and that sparked the revolution. It started here in Palapag, and then it spread to the whole island of Samar, even to Mindanao, to Bicol.
It's unfortunate that his heroism is not as celebrated today as it should be. But it can be surmised that Agustin Sumuroy's spirit lives on among Northern Samareños. It is manifested in the way they fight through poverty, insurgency, and other challenges of life. Armed with their industry, simple joys and warmth, the people of Northern Samar are ready to cross the road towards development driven by tourism.
People of Northern Samar are still parang in awe pag may mga bisitang pumunta dito. They receive guests na sincerely. They receive them in their houses, no questions asked. I invite all of you to come to Northern Samar. We are a very safe place to explore, to enjoy, and to discover.
It is a province on the crossroads between islands. Its waters, the meeting place of waves and currents, of land and sea. Its people, a testament to heritage and courage. Who will bear witness to these encounters? It is time to rediscover Northern Samar and experience the convergence of the forces of nature and culture.